this video, I'm going to talk about three features: customer profile, payment methods, and future payments. A common use case when collecting payment is you would like to onboard your customers using Salesforce Experience Cloud site so that you can add their credit card information and authorize to charge their credit cards right away or later in the future. I have already built a flow which uses all these components. The flow is added on the Experience Cloud site contact record. Here's a quick demo of how it works. So you go to contact list and I'll pick this one, and you provide name and email. Then you hit next and you can add a credit card. The card details are not stored in your Salesforce instance for compliance reasons. It is directly fetched from Stripe always. Now you can select this card to be charged, and as soon as you hit next, it will charge the amount specified in the configuration, which I will show you later, and you can see the result of your payment processed, which is success. As configured, we should be able to see a submission record comes in. Here you can see transaction ID, which is a charge ID from Stripe, and the amount is $99.90. Now I go to Stripe, search for this charge ID, $99.90, and here's your customer detail as well, which is in sync now. Now let's check out how the flow is configured. First of all, it uses a custom field called Stripe Customer ID, which is on contact object, and they are part of the sample unlocked package we have, but you can use any Salesforce field and assign the read-write permission your way as you like profiles and permission set, etc. So going back to the flow, we have three components. One is added here, which is customer profile, and then we have payment method list, and then we have a apex action called charge customer. So first of all, we get the payment record, which is a Lite Pae payment account object, and then we get a Stripe customer ID, which is a custom field we added, which will be used for next steps as well. It's good to have it assigned to a variable so that we can repurpose that. So then we check if the Stripe customer ID is already mapped in Salesforce from Stripe, which is basically checking the contact record and customer ID field on contact record if it is empty or not. So if it is empty, then we ask customer the profile information, which is using customer profile. It has some configuration properties like a payment account record ID, which we already fetched from Salesforce, and then we have a customer ID field, which is a mapping field in Salesforce on contact, which I just mentioned in the previous step. And then we have a record ID, which is in this case will be contact record ID, where it needs the information to be populated from or to be saved if it doesn't exist. In this case, it will be saving to this record. Then it saves, then we can query again the Stripe customer ID and assign it to variable, which will be used in next steps. So that was a part of if it is not populated yet, but if it is already populated, then it skips that customer profile screen and directly show payment methods, which has payment account record ID again, and then the Stripe customer ID, which we already got, and then some other options, like if we want to allow them to edit their payment cards or add new payment cards, or just select existing payment cards. So once they do that, then the next step will be charging an amount against that card. So here we will configure amount to be charged in cents, and then again the payment account ID, and then the Stripe customer ID, and here we have save processing details to Salesforce, which is optional. Basically what it does is it creates the submission record with some details as I mentioned in previous information, like here this record. So if we doesn't configure this, then it will not save any information in Salesforce, but it will still charge the customer. Then we have Stripe payment method ID, which is again optional. So if it is not provided here, then customer will be charged by their default payment method, which is in Stripe, based on Stripe customer ID. But since we already had the payment method option to be selected in previous step, so we are able to provide the payment method ID here. Then once it is processed, then on final screen we can show them the status of the charge, and that's it. Feel free to install our sample unlock package, which has this sample flow and many more. Thank you.